A betrayal. As the sun began to set on that fateful evening, the innocence of twin sisters, Angelus and Angeline, was shattered by a horrifying act of betrayal. Their father, Chernor, the esteemed chief of intelligence services, fell victim to the very person he trusted the most, his close friend and deputy, Zanglee. Zanglee's sinister motives had been brewing beneath the surface for years. It was not just professional jealousy that fueled his hatred for Chernor. It was a deeply personal vendetta. Both men had once loved the same woman, Zainab, who had given birth to the twin sisters. But it was Chernor who had won her heart and married her, leaving Zanglee consumed by bitterness and resentment. On that fateful night, Zanglee saw an opportunity to eliminate his rival and seize the coveted position of Chief of Intelligence Services for himself. With a heart filled with malice, he coldly executed his plan, ending Chernor's life in a single merciless act of violence. Unbeknownst to Zanglee, the young twin sisters had been witnesses to this heinous crime. Fear and confusion gripped their innocent hearts as they watched their father's life slip away before their very eyes. In a desperate bid to protect them, Zanglee decided to forever alter the course of their lives. He adopted the twin sisters as his own. Under the guise of a caring guardian, Zanglee took the girls into his home, concealing his true intentions behind a facade of love and affection. But Angelus, the older and more perceptive of the two, sensed the darkness that lurked within their new guardian. She knew that they were in grave danger and that they needed to escape. One fateful night, as the moon cast its pale glow upon their bedroom, Angelus devised a daring plan. She carefully broke the pendant that had been a cherished family heirloom, splitting it in half. One half she kept for herself, while the other she entrusted to her sister, Angeline. It was a symbol of their bond, a reminder that they would always be connected, no matter what. With a heart full of determination, Angelus climbed out of the window, leaving behind the only life she had ever known. It was then that fate intervened, leading her to a kind-hearted gravedigger named Mr. Abdul. Seeing the young girl alone and frightened, he took her under his wing, adopting her as his own daughter. Meanwhile, Angeline remained trapped in the clutches of Zanglee, unaware of her sister's escape. She lived a life filled with uncertainty and fear, constantly haunted by the memory of her father's murder. But deep within her, a flicker of hope burned bright, fueled by the half of the broken pendant that she held close to her heart. 20 long years passed, and Angelus grew into a strong and resilient young woman under the guidance of Mr. Abdul. But the fire of vengeance still burned within her, driving her to seek justice for her father's untimely demise. With the help of her loyal friend, F.D., Angelus embarked on a quest for revenge, determined to bring Zanglee to his knees. However, her path to retribution was not without obstacles. Angeline, who had been brainwashed by Zanglee, stood in her way, torn between her loyalty to the man who had raised her and the truth that lay buried deep within her soul. It was a painful and emotional journey for the sisters, but eventually they were reunited, their shared pain and desire for justice forging an unbreakable bond. Together, Angelus and Angeline vowed to avenge not only their father, but also the kind-hearted Mr. Abdul, who had been brutally murdered by Zanglee's goons. Their determination knew no bounds as they delved deeper into the dark underbelly of corruption and deceit, uncovering the truth that had been hidden for far too long. The stage was set for a final confrontation. a battle that would determine the fate of not only the twin sisters, but also the legacy of their father. As they prepared to face Zanglee and his formidable army of goons, Angelus and Angeline knew that victory would bring them closure, a chance to finally lay their father's spirit to rest. Little did they know that their journey would lead them to a climactic showdown, a battle that would test their strength, resilience, and the power of their bond. The final chapter of their tale of vengeance was about to unfold, and the world would bear witness to the triumph of justice over evil.